I feel a huge amount of responsibility, but at the same time I feel grateful because that voice of a large community was kind of given to me to represent. It's my duty to represent them the best way possible. My brother, he really influenced my career because he has a rare disease called Neurofibromatosis Type 1. So growing up, I was a part of a family affected by rare disease, and at first I had no idea that we are different in any way. I think no one can be prepared until it's really happening. You cannot imagine how painful it can be. I just got lucky enough to be able to be here today and to share the story of us all. My brother and I are acting like a 6-year-olds when we're together. We go to the mountains a lot, we do a lot of hiking, rock climbing. His name is Karlo. He's like really the kindest soul you ever met. That is the thing I admire about him the most, because he hadn't had it easy in his life, and he's fighting every day against different obstacles that his condition is making him go through. But he's still like, no way that he'll say or do something harmful to anyone. Neurofibromatosis is a genetic condition which causes benign tumors to develop, and it's a progressive condition. So once you are born, you can have no symptoms at all, or you can have hyperpigmentation spots, and they often got mistaken for just being a mole. I just thought it's just something that makes him special, you know. I had blonde hair and he had freckles, and that was us. And as you grow up, those tumors can develop inside of your body and causing different kinds of symptoms depending on where they are located. So if they can be under the skin, so it can look like a lot of bumps on your skin, but the thing is that is happening also inside of the body. So tumors can develop in your spinal cord, in your brain. They can cause different issues. Right now, my brother has tumors on his spinal cord, and he is again starting to lose mobility in a side of his body. And he also has tumors on his hand, which are enabling him to grab things right now, and he will go to surgery in 2 months, I think. So we're not sure what the outcome will be, but we'll see, hoping for the best. It was my first baby steps in advocacy when we were kids and we would go somewhere and people would stare at him. I could not understand it, and I would go and kind of lecture the people like, you know, he has neurofibromatosis type 1. You know what is that? That is a genetic condition, so stop looking at him. It was not the proper way to advocate, but I think it was a first advocacy that I did. So after years, I realized that you can advocate for something in a better way using different tools. I'm really a rebellious type and cannot look away from things, and I think that makes a lot of advocates.
Everyone say UHC!
UHC!
Awesome, great!
Thank you!
Yay! That's good! Because
This session, the aim of it is really to bring youth advocates together, to network, connect, and
I always thought I will be a dancer, so that was my I lived in that bubble where I'm only a dancer and nothing can affect me. I never thought about career in social work. I had no idea what it was, but it just naturally happened because I also had some injuries and I could not enroll into dance academy. And then my bubble was burst, like, what do people do besides dancing? Because I really lived for dance, and it was something mine. And it still is to this day, even though I am not only a dancer, I am primarily a social worker. My advocacy and my work is something where I can give to others, and dance is something where I can give to myself. So it makes a nice balance for me. My role in Rare Diseases Croatia is that I'm an expert associate and also secretary. Rare Disease Croatia has like two main courses of action. So one part of our work is focused on advocacy, on raising awareness on rare diseases, on influencing policies. And on the other side, we provide services, direct services to people affected by rare disease and their families. So we have psychological support, we support them in achieving their rights and in different systems. So advocacy on the one hand and direct services on the other. This week in Geneva, the World Health Assembly is taking place. Tony and I from RDI Youth Leadership Programme are here and will be actively involved in World Health Assembly and will give statements. It's a huge thing for me, especially to talk about the topic of stigma and universal health coverage, because stigma is something that's really close to my heart personally, but both professionally, since I am doing my PhD on that topic. So it's really a big moment for me personally, both professionally and personally. When we talk about UHC, we are approaching from the presumption of that people want to be a part of healthcare systems, which is not always the case. So I am a social worker, I work with Rare Diseases Croatia, and what I hear from our patients is not only that they cannot afford healthcare, it's not only that there is not a certain treatment in our country. They are also talking about the fundamental things as a lack of psychological safety and trust in the healthcare systems, which leads to them becoming self-excluded from the healthcare system. And that can be explained through stigma. That is a thing about stigma. Once it becomes internalized, it's really dangerous because people start to believe that they should not complain, they should not speak up. They start believing that they really are not as worthy as somebody else. For example, my brother, of course, his condition affects the way he looks, and he is worried about his appearance, and he says that to a physician, and then his physician said, well, you know, there are people having it way worse, and you are just lucky to be alive, you know, just focus on that. And then the next time he will not bring it up. And then the next time he will think like, okay, I really should not complain. I really should not, I mean, I really am lucky, you know? I'm really lucky to be alive. And that's it, that's my standard, and that's not true. They start skipping their regular checkups. They do not have trust in their medical professionals. It is dangerous when that stigma becomes internalized because people back up and they are no longer a part of the healthcare system. We forget that we have people outdoors who are not even in the room because they are too ashamed to come into the room. That is a community that is hard to reach because they believe that they really do not belong here because somebody else is more important than them. But it is our job, if we want universal health coverage, to find those people and to get them back into the system. Yeah, thank you.
It's very important to engage already. Yes,
When I realized where advocacy is, for example, in Colombia and where it is in Europe and where it is in Africa, we are all in different stages and we can all help each other. For example, in Croatia, we are far behind some other country. Then you realize that we have also some good practices, and that really makes me eager to learn about advocacy all around the world because I can learn from each of them no matter where we are with our advocacy.
But I want to hear if someone has some other ideas how to approach those communities that we actually don't know where those people are. So.
I have an idea based on some best practices from the chronic disease space.
All of the advocates I have met are such an amazing people. We all share that common traits of not being able to look away, of being rebellious, of being just going and punching through the walls, and that is such a beautiful thing. Yeah, they're just amazing, and they're so creative and eager to learn, eager to share knowledge, and it makes me really believe that we will change something. I know that while we are filming this, I know that my fellow youth advocates are doing something amazing right now and are like drilling holes through different barriers of rare diseases, and if we are all doing that, the walls will eventually fall. It's just like physics. If we dig enough holes, it will fall apart. So I know that none of us will give up. So we're just drilling and waiting.